I were miles away. It's such a nice day out there, I couldn't help gazing out the window. All this sunshine must be a good omen on my first date, don't you think? The true culprit of this crime is you! Oh, a murder, eh? Aye, this were a crime of passion. Withholding information, that's what you've done wrong. You've done summit you want to hide. Eh? You're just going to let him waltz out of here? Just don't go too far, not until we've got this mess sorted. Right you are. Oh, thanks for that, Prof. I'll bear it in mind. Bayek? You know his name? Give over. Aye, ta very much. Aye, it were a bit too good to be true, eh? Yes, of course, I realized. I'm a detective par excellence, I'll have you know. Aye, professionalism will see us through? Yee, talk about unfeeling. It were a case that came up just as I were starting to get used to working into Mystery Room with the prof. How do you have the gall to say something like that? What do you want about, Prof? What's got into you? What are you trying to say? Don't let me down, Prof. You haven't done something you shouldn't have you? Just tell us what happened first, please, Prof. Oh, I see. Thanks, Prof. Well, there's naught I can think of off the top of my head, I have to say. Sounds like the clock's ticking. I'd better get on with the investigation. Aye, that's right. I'm a detective constable. The Mystery Room might be the back office of all back offices, but we get stuff done. I've got to solve the final mystery of this case. There must be some vital piece of evidence none of us have clocked. I'm going to blow this case wide open and expose the mastermind behind it all. Don't worry, Prof. That memory won't be troubling you much longer. I'm about to blow it out the water. Hook, line, and sinker. Sounds like a new mystery to me, Prof. Aye, a new mystery. And if there's a mystery to solve, we just can't leave it be.
An unlikely deduction, I must say. I'm Alfendi Layton, Inspector Layton around here. Certainly my father, who was an actual university professor, would not approve. According to my deductions, I'm 97.6% sure of the killer's identity. Now let's all try to remain calm, shall we? This is all conjecture. No one's making any accusations. You couldn't be further from the truth. You've fallen straight for the trap set for us by the true culprit. A certain piece of evidence could make everything clear. So, you created a diversion in the form of a dying message. Nod. I'm not sure I like you calling me that, Florence. If you promise to make that last time you address me like that. Lucy, we have to solve this case. Failure is not an option. Yes, well, 2 issues to be precise. This time, we'll get her to tell us the truth, whether she likes it or not. Yes, I watched you solve the case, Lucy, and a fine work of deduction it was, too. I'm impressed. We're not in the right place here to answer that question. But I have a mountain of paperwork stacking up. I really can't. Killing for cash? Not a bad idea. But your motives are far, far darker than that. Aren't they, Goldie? Oh, but you enjoy it, don't you? You kill for money, but it's not the cash you're after. It's the kick, isn't it? I can just imagine it. That little smile creeping on your lips as you prepared the murder weapon. And we never will, because it no longer exists. You'd be delighted if that's what we concluded, wouldn't you? Must I cut out your tongues? Ah, the final piece of the puzzle, saved for me it seems. What an honor. Oh, the melodrama. Nothing, my dear. I was just remembering what an over-emotional, cantankerous, opinionated woman you can be. How could I have missed such an obvious mistake all this time? Simplicity itself. Who would have thought it? Par exemplaire. Something very, the cleaner told me. It is very strange. It is about the sandwich. You have noticed? Bravo, mademoiselle. You are a detective par excellence. What about the murder weapon, huh? Have you already located it? I believe his name is Monsieur Phelps. Oi, Bosco Phelps. Of course, the first letter of each of the ingredients. Magnifique. It seems we have identified the killer. Bosco Phelps is guilty of murder. You must arrest this most violent criminal at once. I'm surprised you have asked me to come here again. You have arrested Phelps, I presume? Mon Dieu, I cannot believe what I am hearing. You have already established that Phelps is the killer, non? Oi, and? Non. In these circumstances, it is no surprise that she has made a petite erreur. She was in a panic. Zut! Non! Mon Dieu, you have just told me. Non, this is your fantasy. You have imagined everything. My name's Florence Sick. I work at the lab. Not funny, Al. Oh, new blood, is it? I've sent our lab report over already. Because it doesn't add up. The suspect's as suspicious as they come. I can't abide the thought of the case being closed before I've dotted all the I's and crossed all the T's. Would you mind, Prof? If that's your only objection, I presume you'll take it on, Prof. Al, you have a deal. Just know this. If you fail to solve it, I swear I'll call you Prof until the end of your days.
And what is it that you want with little old me? I already gave the nice gentleman my statement. Why, everyone knows it was that no-good outlaw who committed this heinous crime. Now, Inspector, whether we cooked for ourselves or not is surely none of your business. I do declare you're as slow as a snail sometimes, Miss Baker. My husband was quite exhausted that day. Why, he was sleeping like a log. I have done no such thing. Why, I have simply confused matters in my head. I'm all torn up about the loss of my dear husband. This simple misunderstanding proves nothing. Don't get uppity with me now, Inspector. I will not fall into your petty trap, Inspector. Need I remind you that you have not found this murder weapon of which you speak? Inspector, I do declare you have lost your mind. Are you suggesting the murder weapon just vanished into thin air? All right, now before we go on any further, we need to conduct an investigation of the scene. I don't care how long it's been. Start talking. What happened here? Why did you come here alone? Why didn't you request backup? But you allowed yourself to be caught, did you? Don't change the subject, Al. Of course you can't. What could we possibly gain from not telling the truth anyway? What an irony. As soon as the commissioner gets here, this farce is over. I'll take you straight down to the station and get the truth out of you there, one way or another. Says the overly sarcastic, snide, conceited master of cynicism. Oh yes, it's all coming back to me now. Well, tell us then, Lucy, who was behind it all? Behind the serial killings and Forebodium Castle. Who is this mastermind?